refined, swing the mind and state of mind. That make it seem this lucky life of mine is pre-designed. And if it is, then thank the Lord, cause that's the mastermind. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
The start of Week 5 is on the way as EA Sports brings you the Patriots and Texans. Get ready for an AFC showdown. Brought to you by Madden NFL Football.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 51 back in 2017, we are inside NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New England Patriots. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, and here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Patriot offense ready for their first drive, led by Mac Jones, the Heisman Trophy finalist and 15th overall selection this spring from Alabama.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Now Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well, he gets attended to. They'll step aside. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Throwing, Jones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Back to throw. Jones. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man is Bull. A gain of 4. Not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
What we hear so often, how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
On second down now, it's Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. First down, here's White. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. And Folk's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
After the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Watson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's Watson. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. On 1st down. It's Lindsey. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Lindsey. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go to tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out, and they get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand. And a really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole bit. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
Touchdown, Patriots.
Off the bootleg, Jones. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It's Shaq Lawson who worked his way in there to get him down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. There he goes left side. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Patriots with the football here late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Keon Crossan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. If you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Cooks on the quick slant. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Watson. He'll let this go for the end zone. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown Texans. Brandon Cooks. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion, but this time...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Off of play action, it's Watson. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup there. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review. So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. Running right through it. Jonathan Jones there to make the stop. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
From the 31, Watson working the middle, and he's got it complete to Akins, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Watson to give. This is Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Kyle Duggar up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Watson. And this is incomplete. Philip Lindsay, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards to go.
To throw is Watson. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So just 3 points there, but that important in the grand scheme of things is it's now a 3-score lead.
And to now, the other guys haven't shown that they can do anything offensively, so just take the points, keep adding that cushion, and let your defense win you the football game.
Come on, fellas. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 26.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 24 yards to gain there. Another first down as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Rodney McLeod. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. This is Smith with a grab. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He will find his tight end Smith for a Patriot touchdown. Jonnu Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. That's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Patriots take over. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Smith catches left side. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Now Jones. Goes right back to Smith again. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A gain of 32 that time. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They hand this off to Harris. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On second and goal. Jones, and he's got it. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Najee Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Folk. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now to return, this is David Johnson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They give it off here to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. On 1st and 10, Watson. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Olszewski now to return. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now Jones and the Patriots down 20-17. A little under a minute 50 remaining. Fighting Harry. And some room to work. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. Jones. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Jones. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Here's Jones. And he rifles one incomplete. John Smith, the tight end, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. Now Jones. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target. That'll bring up second down. To throw is Jones. Throw left side complete to Harry. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Patriots are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Caught on the slant. And he is out of bounds here.
And when you run a drag route like this down near the goal line, you're hoping maybe you get an inadvertent pick to set your man free. A lot of people call them natural screens. But this was well defense, and they stopped him for just a short gain.
And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll set them back 5. Another attempt now from 5 yards further back. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. Oh, good return up past the 30. Well, Charles, this one's going to be hard to digest. You take the lead into the 4th quarter, lose that lead. Maybe they felt like they let this one slip away a little bit.
They will definitely feel like that because when you have a lead in the 4th quarter, all you talk about doing is finishing and closing a game out. But when you flip it over, how about that? Making the comeback and then finishing the game, sealing it on defense, they will feel jubilant in their locker room.
So for New England, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts.